Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code ZERK for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the Superstar KO game mode and how I can help you guys out, give you some tips on what I've been personally doing, my favorite coaches to go with, favorite players, maybe even taking players that aren't as rare over other players just based off of abilities, and I think that's really key. So one thing you need to know about this is really based off your playstyle. Of course, there's 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. I've always done 1v1, and I'm really hoping they start to introduce more better MUT rewards, because obviously right now there's 83 OBJ, but after that, is it really worth playing? Well, I think it is just because it's pretty dang fun. Now, of course, I think they're going to introduce a leaderboard at some point and also bring in more rewards. So hopefully this video can help you guys out with at least this game mode and just the base of it, like picking your playbooks, everything like that. Now, in my personal opinion, I think offense is so important in this because obviously it's OT. And of course, at the end, if you happen to go into like double OT, then it comes down to tug of war and it comes down to whoever gets the most yards or scores a touchdown in their first 3 plays. So personally, out of all the playbooks, I prefer Dot City, and not just because it has a bunch of shotgun formations, but also defensively, it's so good against the pass. But you will notice a ton of people are going to go with the pass offense, of course, because that's really what you need to do here. Now, when it comes to picking your team, you're obviously going to want to go with the most rare players. So people like Eddie Jackson here is an ultra rare, which basically the rarity is just the more abilities these players have. Like Lawrence Taylor, Marcus Allen, these guys have like 8 abilities on him. It's just crazy. As here we get Richard Sherman, we also get DeMarcus Lawrence, Bobby Wagner, and Calais Campbell. Now, personally, I really think that you need an edge rusher here, so I'm going to go with D-Law because obviously a lot of people are going to be passing the ball. You need to get that pass rush going, but it's very important to go with the players that have the most abilities. As we get an offensive player here, hopefully a QB, which we do, but here's the thing. So Rodgers is only a common. Now, I know I have a pass-heavy offense, so going with the ultra-rare wide receiver and Juju is definitely going to help me out because he's going to have more abilities activated. And yes, we're going to have to start off with, I believe, Nick Foles and Ty Montgomery at halfback. And there's only one single running play in this entire playbook. But if you guys saw my video the first time that I did this going 4-0, when I just showcased you guys my games going 4-0, I use Zeke. I use Zeke a lot in that, and Zeke really just turned the tide for me. When you're on the defense side of the ball, there's nickel and dollar. But here's the thing. Like I said, there's speed everywhere. So, of course, we have D-Law, you know, whatever. But we also have Jalen Smith as a user. Haha. Darius Slay, Eddie Jackson, Adrian Amos, Kyle Fuller. Of course, we also have Eddie Jackson and Nickel Roby Coleman. Now, personally, I just like to run a basic cover 3 out here, as I'm sure a lot of you guys probably do as well. But there is just speed everywhere with OBJ's playbook. I think it's honestly awesome. And speed, of course, is very important here as we're stopping James Conner in the backfield. Now, you guys can see my opponent only has one X-Factor player out here, and that's going to be Michael Thomas, so you really want to focus on him as, okay, that ball went over my head. Personally, I think zone coverage is definitely the way to go here, but I feel as though offense is so important, as I think my opponent's probably going to run the ball again here with a toss play. If he's not, then it's going to be a bunch formation with, of course, he's got Larry Fitz, he's got Greg Olsen, and it is going to be a run play to the right side. We're getting out there, though, thanks to the speed. Let's see if we can get some pass rush going here from D-Law on 2nd and 12 if my opponent actually decides to pass the ball here, which he does. DeMarcus Lawrence is coming in, and can we get the interception? Darius Slay with the pick, and Slay is actually going to get a pick 6, and that's the thing that comes with speed. Okay, we don't get the pick 6. So we actually didn't get the pick 6 there, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Darius Slay isn't someone that I actually picked. He's just preset on the team, and he's made plays for me every single game. Now, obviously, this is Odell's playbook, so it's going to have some really good plays here out of the shotgun formation. This is one that I really like, and if you guys watch my first game play of me going 4-0, Zeke on this wheel route got 2 very long touchdowns to me as we actually have Juju wide open. We're going to take that little check down, turn up the field, and also hit a stiff arm there. Now, you guys can see Juju, of course, is our ultra-rare player. He is Slotomatic and also cross specialist as well. So it's really important you find what plays work for you out of your playbook, obviously, and we're going to see what's going to be open here. I think Juju to the inside should be able to come down with that Juju Smith-Schuster with a big-time play all the way down to the 34. Now, because you only get to draft up to 3 players on your first ever round, you're going to have some holes. Like, I don't have a halfback right now. I don't have a good quarterback either. So I'm really hoping that after this game, if I'm able to win here, we can go ahead and get ourselves one of those 2 players as Cooks is picking up the first down. And remember that my opponent didn't score, so as long as we are actually able to go ahead and score here, then it's going to be game over. Evan Ingram wide open there. That's another thing. Evan Ingram at tight end is going to be big for this team. A nice speedy addition. Now, honestly, the only thing that sucks about the OBJ playbook is that it doesn't have any run plays at all. Literally has 1, and this is it. Halfback draws. We're going to hit the outside here with Ty Montgomery. Trying to juke move. Montgomery getting in for the touchdown. And that's game over. So we ended up winning 6-0. Now, hopefully, we can get either QB here or we can get a running back. Either of those 2, I would definitely be very excited for. I'd like to have another offensive weapon and a running back. Even though we have 1 running play, we can still find tons of plays to throw our running back, which we actually do get Alvin Kamara, who's an ultra rare, and we didn't even get a QB. So we are going to go with Alvin Kamara here. He's an ultra rare, and I will find ways to get him the ball. So now we have Kamara here, and of course, very first play with Kamara, we're going to have pass blocking. And we're going to the tight end, Evan Ingram, and we're throwing a terrible pass. Now, another good formation out of this playbook is going to be Y out halfback swing out of gun tight offset, because this corner route is glitchy. And of course, if you have a good wide receiver, like there I actually have Juju Smith-Schuster, he could very well get open on this corner route, which he is going to be open. We're going to throw it in there. Can we get the catch with Juju? And it's incomplete. So I'm either looking for Jarvis Landry here, or Juju, or Evan Ingram. One of these 3 players should get open here, which I think Juju actually might be open down the field. Can we make that throw? Juju Smith-Schuster getting open. Thank you. Now here's the thing. You can't audible out of this, but you guys can actually go ahead and make adjustments to your plays, but you cannot audible. That's the only thing. Honestly, just don't try to throw the ball deep that much. You really don't need to, and I've won a lot of these games off people just trying to throw the deep ball, and there's nothing there. So we're going to check down the flats here. Juju Smith-Schuster breaking off a tackle, picking up a gain of 6. Let's see if Juju's going to be open here on this corner route. If not, I might just check it down, which I think that we might have A open. Okay, wide open. Evan Ingram across the middle. Thank you, Evan Ingram. Picking up an easy first down in 20 yards. So I'm more than likely going to look for Evan Ingram here, but it really depends how my opponent uses this, which it looks like actually Brandon Cooks going to be open. Cooks in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Now we need to go for 2. Now when it comes to 2-point conversions, again, we're going to run that same exact corner route here, which I think we might have Juju open. Actually, no. I'm just going to check it down there. Brandon Cooks, he was way too far ahead. So just like that, we're up 8-0 now. My opponent does have Mahomes, though, and DeAndre Hopkins, so we have to be very, very careful about those 2. Watch out for D-Hop. Brandon Cooks picking up a gain of 4. Let's see if we can get this pass rush there. My opponent now is actually coming out in 5 wide. Kind of interesting move here. Doesn't seem to have that good of wide receivers. He's going to the flats there. Slay making a play. So now it's going to be 4th and 6. Can we get some pressure there? And honestly, I really hope we can win this game because I want to get his patch from Mahomes. We knocked the ball up in the air, and he almost caught it. That's game. Another thing I recommend is shading outside, because obviously a lot of people are going to try to throw corner routes. Hit Y and hit to the right on the right stick. A lot of people want to throw those little corner routes. You do that, have a better chance of stopping it, and please give me his Patrick Mahomes. That's all I want. Well, we don't get Mahomes. We do get Phillip Rivers, though, which I don't have a QB yet, so I really want to take Rivers, but honestly, I think I'm going to go with the ultra rare. I think I got to go with the ultra rare here. We're going with George Kittle at tight end. Give myself another weapon there. Evan Ingram was pretty good, but I really want to get like a scrambling QB. One of my tips that I have for you guys, actually, if you get Cam Newton, if you get Russell Wilson, go with them. Because those 2 guys, you need them. And the reason I say to go with either Cam Newton or Russell Wilson is because I believe both of them get escape artists, which you guys already know. If you play Mud at all, you played Steve Young, you know how good escape artist is. It looks like my opponent has the same exact playbook as me, so if he's going to try to run the ball here with Le'Veon Bell, I know it's going to be a halfback draw. He's down in the 41-yard line. What is he going to be going to here? Of course, remember, guys, every single game that we play, you're going to get matched up with someone who has the same amount of extra players as you. So if I've won 3 games and I got 3 additional players, your opponent, of course, is going to have 3 additional players. Let's see if we can get going here, though. He does have Mahomes, Le'Veon Bell, and Julio Jones. So he's obviously going to be targeting one of those 2 players, either Le'Veon Bell or Julio Jones. Got to watch out for these out routes here, of course, which it looks like Julio's going deep. No, he's actually on an out route, and we get the sack. Thank you, D-Law. Even though my playbook may not have any sort of blitzes in it, I can still manually blitz Jalen Smith here. So he's going to be coming in, getting a 5-man pass rush. Let's see if DeMarcus Lawrence can actually make it there in time. And also, with the addition of having this pass rush, even if he's blocking Le'Veon Bell and, of course, his tight end, which is Evan Ingram, we still just might be able to get there. Of course, using on Glimdex, watch over the middle, we actually do get the sack again with D-Law. And now, since it's 4th and 34, if you get your opponent backed up to this far back, I just go ahead and send the entire house in. I'm sending 6 people at him. I'm also blitzing Nickel Roby Coleman over there on the right side to get some extra pressure. He's chucking it up. If he comes down this in double coverage, thank you, coming away with the interception. And it doesn't matter if I intercepted that or not, unless we're running back for a pick 6, because, well, and it doesn't matter simply because we still get the ball at the 25-yard line. We have to go 75 yards, and I think we might have Juju open on that corner route. Juju Smith-Schuster coming down with the catch. If I can, I am most certainly going to take his Mahomes, though, going into the final game, as we have Brandon Cooks open here in the flats, turning up the field. See if we make someone miss, and we take a big hit. Looking out for Juju open here on this corner route, or maybe Jarvis Landry way down the middle of the field, which I don't think he's going to be open. But we do have Cooks open in the flats here, and again, turning it up the field. We don't get the first, though. Alright, so risky play. I am going to run a halfback draw. My opponent has not seen me run the ball one single time. Hopefully we can get some good blocks. We do. Alvin Kamara up the middle of the field, all the way down now to the 3. I just don't think my opponent was ready for me to run the ball there. I'm going to look for Alvin Kamara possibly out of the backfield here, which actually Brandon Cooks is just... Oh no, Brandon Cooks was so wide open, I accidentally hit left trigger. Are you kidding me? Brandon Cooks was so wide open that play. I'm looking exactly there again, and again, Brandon Cooks wide open. Give me Patrick Mahomes, please. Now, hopefully we get Patrick Mahomes here. I think we actually might get a defensive player, which is a suck, and yes. So we are going to be stuck here with Nick Foles going into the final game, but look at all these players we get to choose from on the defensive side of the ball. Could go Khalil Mack. We could also go with Bobby. I think I'm going to go with... I want another pass rusher. You know, I actually am going to go with Khalil Mack here. So now we have D-Law and Khalil Mack heading into this final game. Hopefully, both of them can get to the QB a lot. So that is my opponent's team on the right there. He actually doesn't have that many rare players. He only has Le'Veon Bell and Patrick Mahomes, who are ultra rare, and then he has Khalil Mack and OBJ, who are rare. But I have 5 players on my team that are ultra, and only 1 rare with D-Law. So we've got those 2 dominant edge rushers, which in my opinion, I think the edge rush is definitely who you want to be going with here. Look where he's going to, and it looks like he's actually trying to chuck it deep with the very first play here. I don't see anything open, and he's going to take off with Mahomes, was really hoping he'd fumble. So my opponent has actually got Sean McVay as his coach, I believe, so he's going to have a lot of good offensive plays, but really bad out here on defense. If we can get a stop on offense, I feel super confident on defense. And that's what I like about OBJ is he's super good against the pass defense, and he's also got a really good pass offense as well. It's just the run game that he's not very good at, but a lot of people don't go with the run as he drops it there. You can see there Khalil Mack and DeMarcus Lawrence both almost made their way to the quarterback. I'm watching on 3rd and 7. I'm going to try and jump this route right here to the left of me because I think he might try and throw a quick little slant or a quick little out route, which he's actually going to neither. But I'm watching the running back, and he's chucking it up. Eddie Jackson with the interception. Okay, I thought it was going to be a swat. Let's go. Defense coming up big time. And like I said, guys, don't throw it deep. You don't need to rush it all in this game mode. We're going to start off with a run here with Alvin Kamara just to show I have some patience. My opponent tried to chuck it up there, and he threw it to a running back versus Eddie Jackson, ultra rare. Probably wasn't going to work out for him too well, as we're going to Alvin Kamara here, picking up the first down. Looking for Juju Smith-Schuster possibly on this corner route, which it looks like he's not going to be open. B is going to be open, though. Thankfully, we got that pass off here to Brandon Cooks, who's turning up the field and trying not to take big hits. We were very close there to getting sacked. Another feature you guys need to take advantage of is, of course, the double team here, which we can either double team J.J. Watt or Khalil Mack over there. I'm actually going to double team J.J. Watt just to try and give us some protection over there, as Khalil Mack, of course, now is going to be one-on-one, though. But we do have B open. Brandon Cooks stopped his route for some reason, which was almost an interception. I recommend you double team to the side that maybe you don't have a blocker on, but you can see now he's actually got both his players over there, so I can't really double team on that side anymore, as I think we actually have Juju wide open here on this corner out. Juju Smith-Schuster turning up the field all the way down to the 4. Now this is really where having escape artists can help you, especially down at the goal line. I mean, it can be really big. We're going to look for Brandon Cooks here. Let's see if he's going to be open, which I don't think he is. Kittle, though, back in the end zone, George Kittle, and that right there is our 4 wins. So we did, in fact, go 4-0 and won all of our matches there, and we actually didn't get a QB, which I think is really important you guys do, but there just wasn't a rare one, even ultra there, and now we are actually level 10. But with that being said, I hope this video did help you guys out, give you some tips. I really do recommend you guys try out that OBJ playbook, and of course, just really go whatever fits your playstyle. Try to test out all the different coaches for now, because of course, I believe we're going to be using these same exact coaches for the rest of the year this promo's out, or this Superstar KO event is out, which maybe will be the rest of the year. We'll get some better events, maybe even more coaches. Not much sure what he has planned. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you did, smack the like button, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next time.